Have you ever pondered over the enigma of air disasters, the unexplained mysteries that leave us in a state of bewilderment? One such mystery is the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. From the dawn of aviation, mankind has been fascinated and at times devastated by the enigma of flight disasters. It's an uncanny blend of technological marvel and human tragedy that has, on occasion, left us grappling for answers. One such instance that stands out in the annals of aviation history is the baffling disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. A scheduled international passenger flight, Flight 370 vanished from radar screens in March 2014, leaving the world in a state of shock and confusion. Despite extensive search efforts, the aircraft remains missing to this day, rendering it one of the greatest aviation mysteries of our time. This incident has not only impacted the aviation industry, but has also left a profound imprint on our collective consciousness. It's a stark reminder of the unpredictability of life, the fragility of our human constructs, and the enduring quest for truth in the face of adversity. Today we delve into the chronicles of the ill-fated Flight 370, a modern aviation mystery that continues to baffle us. March 8, 2014, a day that would etch itself into aviation history as the day Flight 370 vanished without a trace. On this seemingly ordinary day, a Boeing 777, better known as Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, prepared for its routine journey from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The aircraft, filled with 239 individuals from various walks of life, was ready for takeoff, oblivious to the shroud of mystery that would soon envelop it. The flight took off just past midnight, guided by the experienced Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid. The aircraft, carrying passengers from 14 different nations, smoothly ascended into the night sky, leaving the shimmering city lights of Kuala Lumpur behind. As Flight 370 cruised at an altitude of 35,000 feet, everything seemed perfectly normal. The last communication from the cockpit was a casual yet haunting farewell. "Good night, Malaysian 370, spoken to air traffic control." Little did they know, these words would be etched into the annals of aviation lore. Minutes after this final transmission, something inexplicable happened. Flight 370 disappeared from the radar screens. No distress signals, no communication, just an eerie silence that sent chills down the spines of air traffic controllers. The aircraft, along with its 239 souls, had seemingly vanished into thin air. The sudden disappearance of such a large aircraft was inconceivable. How could a state-of-the-art Boeing 777, equipped with the latest navigation and communication systems, simply disappear without a trace? The world held its breath, waiting for news, hoping for the best, but fearing the worst. In the blink of an eye, Flight 370, with 239 souls on board, vanished into the ether, marking the beginning of an unparalleled aviation mystery. In the wake of the vanishing of Flight 370, the world was left in shock and disbelief. The sudden and unexplained disappearance of the Malaysian aircraft left a void, not only in the sky, but also in the hearts of millions around the world. Immediately following the disconcerting news, Malaysia Airlines sprung into action. The airline, helmed by Captain Izam Ismail, a man who went from selling snacks as a child to running a fleet of airplanes, was faced with an unprecedented challenge. The disappearance of Flight 370 was not just an operational nightmare, but a human tragedy, one that touched the lives of every individual in the organization. In the face of such adversity, Captain Izam Ismail exemplified the principles of servant leadership and transparency. He made it clear that the airline's primary concern was the well-being of the passengers' families, and they were committed to providing them with timely and accurate information. Meanwhile, the international community rallied together in an extraordinary display of unity. Countries from around the globe launched what would become the largest multinational search operation in the history of aviation. A vast and varied fleet of aircraft, ships, and submarines scoured the Indian Ocean in a desperate bid to locate the missing plane. Satellite technology was deployed to scan the seabed, while deep-sea drones plumbed the ocean's depths. The world held its breath, hoping against hope for a breakthrough. Yet, despite these tireless efforts, the whereabouts of Flight 370 remained elusive. Each passing day deepened the mystery and intensified the anguish. The search operation, initially a beacon of hope, gradually turned into a frustrating quest. The enormity of the task and the lack of concrete leads tested the resolve of the most seasoned search teams. Despite the tireless efforts of the international community, the whereabouts of Flight 370 remained a mystery, deepening the enigma surrounding its disappearance. As the search drew on, the world watched, waited, and wondered, gripped by a mystery that seemed to defy all logic and explanation. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, countless theories about the fate of Flight 370 began to emerge. These theories ran the gamut from the plausible to the downright bizarre, reflecting the desperate need for answers in the face of an almost unimaginable tragedy. One of the most prevalent theories suggested pilot suicide. This theory posits that the pilot, or perhaps the co-pilot, intentionally crashed the plane into the ocean. Supporters of this theory point to the calculated disabling of the plane's communication systems and the complex maneuvers required to deviate from the scheduled flight path as evidence of deliberate action. Another theory proposed was that of hijacking. Some speculated that a passenger or crew member with malicious intent may have taken control of the plane. However, no group ever claimed responsibility for such an act, and no evidence of a struggle or forced entry into the cockpit was ever discovered. Mechanical failure was also considered as a potential cause. While the Boeing 777, the model of Flight 370, has an impressive safety record, it is not immune to malfunctions. Some suggested that a catastrophic mechanical failure may have led to the plane's demise, but this theory was largely dismissed due to the lack of debris found. In response to these theories and the mounting pressure for answers, official investigations were launched. These investigations, conducted by both Malaysian and international authorities, were some of the most extensive in aviation history. They involved deep-sea searches, satellite data analysis, and the examination of every piece of potential evidence, no matter how small. These investigations did yield some findings. For instance, they confirmed that the plane did indeed deviate from its flight path and that its communication systems were manually disabled. However, these findings only served to deepen the mystery rather than solve it. The investigators were unable to determine why these actions were taken or who was responsible for them. Despite extensive investigations and numerous theories, the definitive cause behind the disappearance of Flight 370 remains unknown to this day. This enduring mystery serves as a reminder of the vast and often unforgiving nature of our world and the relentless human quest for understanding in the face of the unknown. Years have passed since Flight 370 disappeared, yet the mystery remains unsolved. This unresolved enigma has left an indelible mark on the aviation industry, prompting significant changes and instigating ongoing search efforts. The disappearance of Flight 370 shook the world and the aviation industry to its core. It was a stark reminder of our vulnerability, even with advanced technology at our fingertips. In response, the industry has made strides in improving flight tracking and communication systems. Innovations and enhancements have been implemented to ensure real-time tracking of aircraft, even over vast remote expanses of ocean. This is a testament to the industry's commitment to safety and the value it places on human life. The impact of this tragic event extends beyond the aviation industry. It has touched the hearts of millions worldwide, sparking a global outpouring of empathy and support. People from all walks of life have joined in the search efforts, demonstrating the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity. Even as we speak, the search for Flight 370 continues. New leads are being pursued, new theories explored, every possible stone is being turned in the quest for answers. The hope is to finally bring closure to the loved ones of those on board, and to learn from this tragedy to prevent similar occurrences in the future. In the midst of our modern world, where answers are often just a click away, the mystery of Flight 370 stands as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and the vastness of our world. It's a solemn testament to the uncertainties of air travel, yet it also highlights our collective resilience, our unwavering quest for truth, and our capacity for unity in times of shared sorrow. As we continue to seek answers, the mystery of Flight 370 serves as a solemn reminder of the unpredictable nature of air travel and the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity.